Jurgen, first of all, another reason to celebrate today with the news that Jordan Henderson has been named the Football Writers Association's Footballer of the Year. Just give us your reaction to that and tell us what it is that makes him such an influential figure at the football club.
His resilience made him the player he is now. So it's the question is always for footballers, what makes you the player you are? Is it a talent or is it attitude? And the answer is probably it's a mix. And Henderson is the perfect answer for that. So you're really skilled. He was always a really skilled boy. I saw videos of him when he was really young. I think Oxley found them somewhere, and we and shared them all with all of us. And so he was already there, an exceptional player. But then on the highest level, you have to be ready to fight every day, and that's what he did. And with all the things people said about him in the past, before I came in, I don't know what it was exactly, but he made his way, and it's absolutely deserved. Yes, there are other players who played an exceptional season, 100%. But if you want to have a guy who really fought his way through to the point where he is now, and became just absolutely deserved one of the best players in the league. And this year, everybody acknowledges that, and I'm really happy about that, and it's so well deserved, and I'm really happy for him and really proud of him, because he's an exceptional person, to be honest.
Can I also ask you about Dejan Lovren as well? What is happening as regards his future? Are you expecting him to now join Zenit? And if or when he does go, does that mean that you have to bring in a replacement?
So as long as nothing is decided, we don't speak about these kind of things, and so this is like it is this time as well. And if you don't speak about the potential departure of a player, then we cannot speak about replacement, a potential replacement. So that's the situation. If there's something to say, then probably we will. You can read it, or we will say something about it, but not in the moment. Nothing really.
And finally, for me, then, one thing that we're asking all managers today: how would you sum up VAR's first season?
Wow. Okay, I didn't think about it. I'm slightly surprised about the question. When I heard about it that it will come up, and then I heard that England is waiting another year, because in Germany, for example, they have it now already 2 years, and with all the problems which were there in the first year, I thought it was a smart decision to wait and have a look how it will work. So, but I'm not overly happy with it, how it works now, and not because some decision goes against you or whatever. It's not about that. It's just a process, I think, doesn't work. I don't like the phrase, it was not a clear and obvious mistake, to be honest, because it's not about that. That sounds for me like we will prove that a ref was wrong. That's not what should happen. What we want to have is that somebody in a completely relaxed situation sits there, have a look, and then they say, okay, you are not wrong, but I saw it better, and that's why we have to make a different decision. So that's how I think how it would work. But it's always like I still not understand when the VAR will intervene and when he will not intervene, because no, that's not a situation for the VAR because it's not clear and obvious, and all this kind of stuff, which was a penalty situation. Zaha, for example, the Zaha situation, Crystal Palace, I think it was against Man United, when you think, okay, that's a penalty, obviously. When you see the second time and say, no, it's not a penalty because it's not a situation for the VAR because there is some touch of the ball and stuff like that. That doesn't make too much sense. So yeah, there's still some space for improvement, I would say. And yeah, that's it. It should not be like that. Nobody wants to take it out of the hands of the refs on the pitch. But if they would start understanding themselves as a proper team, like the fourth official and the VAR plus the three guys on the pitch, on the sidelines, and that they really work together on the right decision, then I think it would make the process much easier. By the moment, it looks like if the VAR takes the decision, then it's like he overruled the ref on the pitch. But the ref on the pitch has a lot to do, and there's a lot going around on him, and other situations on the pitch which he has to be aware of and stuff like this. So it's a really difficult job. I respect that a lot. But when you have somebody in the studio, he should make the situation better. And I don't think they did that always. So that's my opinion.
Thanks, Jurgen.
Simon Crabtree, thank you.
Hi, Jurgen. Just with regards to Jordan Henderson, I know you've touched upon a great player, fantastic human being as well. Probably asks himself more questions than maybe you need to. Is that fair to say?
He's very self-critical. It's very, very ambitious on the other side. So, which is it's a fight for all of us, probably always. And you're not happy about yourself, stuff like this. So but he really is, and what makes since the first day I'm in, he was injured when I came in, and I think then we went to an away game, and I don't know which was the first away game, and Hendo asked me if he can join the team, come with us, and even when he's injured, and I said, well, of course. You can come, and then this shows just two things. In that moment, I think the process of getting used to the fact that he's a captain, and rightly so, the captain of this team, was not finalized in that moment. Means that he was not did not exactly what he thinks is right. He thought in this moment he still did things what he thought other people would expect him to do, and I think over the years he really found the perfect way to deal with all the situations which are important, or which happen to you when you are captain of such a big club and such a big team. And he grew in that role in an exceptional way. I cannot imagine another player who would have done it like this, and that makes him the wonderful person he is today. And so it's so important to me. So he helped me from the first day, and I tried to help him obviously as well a little bit, and so that worked out really well. And it's a special achievement. It's a special achievement that the football writers, so I'm not always happy with what you write, but obviously you have a similar view on the things, at least in few departments, and would have been my choice as well this year. How I said, even our team, we have exceptional performances over the whole year, but the package with leadership, attitude, consistency was really special of Hendo this year, and so I'm really happy for him.
I think everybody is. I think there's a 6-7 week gap between after Sunday and potentially the penciled in start of the new season. Not a massive time as well. Will you give yourself the opportunity to maybe just switch off a little bit for a week or so, a couple of weeks?
As much as it is possible, yes. Not sure if it's really possible for me to switch off. A lot of things going around, and it's the next challenge, if you want, is waiting. It's like the season is over, but the general situation is still there. We all are pretty aware of all the things which how influential COVID still is, and so there's not a real solution for that now, and so we have to probably still be, or have to stay flexible with our plans pretty much, and so far all the football clubs did really well. I really think a few months ago we were all worried, can we play again? Then a few weeks ago we thought, it was always clear from a specific moment we'll start again, but it was not clear that we can finish it as well. But all the players were really disciplined. Not one positive COVID case, I think, after the season started, which is a good sign. So yes, we will switch off for a few days, but the plans for the new season are obviously already there. And then an unbelievable, intense season is waiting for all of us, because it's 4 weeks less than usually, because next year tournament, the Euros, is limiting our time, let me say like this, and that means we have to put in all the games in a season which is 4 weeks shorter than the season before, which was already pretty intense. So interesting challenges are waiting. So I think it makes sense that we all switch off for a few days, but then mid-August we start again with the pre-season, and then all the circus starts again.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Juliet?
Jurgen, you mentioned the word circus there. I mean, it was phenomenal on Wednesday night, and the lights and everything that went with it. And I know that everyone was talking to you, but just going back to that night, because I think you said to me, if I can remember, that it was the first time you'd seen all your family, or a lot of your family, for 4 months, and 96 points achieved that night after beating Chelsea. Then there's the 96 with Hillsborough. And sometimes you not just think in a reflective point of view that sometimes things are meant to come together in a perfect way in this very imperfect world that we're living in right now.
I don't believe too much in coincidences in life, to be honest. When I didn't realize it directly after the game. I think so. I tried to watch yesterday a couple of interviews of the boys, how they felt, because we said that before, after the Champions League final was the same. You have only your own view, and so I tried to catch up everything what I can. And I think it was Trent, if I'm right, who saw the 96 points. And so it was in that moment I really felt it so massively that it's that things came together in this moment. And I said it after the game that we did it for our supporters, but we did it, and it cannot be a coincidence that we have 96 points on the night when we get the trophy. So it was really nice, and I hope all the families felt it exactly the same way, and made it really special one more time in that moment. So absolutely great for me. It was a great night because the families were there, and that made it really special. And they couldn't watch the game in the stadium, but they were all waiting in different places and waiting for the moment when they can get out, and then sitting there and seeing their loved ones down there in a very special moment for all of us. But made it absolutely extraordinary, and I'm really happy that we could have it like this. And how I said, everybody who was involved in that, who made it happen and organized all the things around, I couldn't thank more.
Okay, next is Ian Kennedy. After that, Carl Markham. If there's any more for the Open, give us a shout, please. But Ian Kennedy next, and then Carl.
Hi, Jurgen. Jurgen, 4 trophies in the last 14 months, I think it is. And they say success breeds success. Do you get a sense from the players that having got that first one and now built on that, there's still that, desire and determination to, because they've got that winning feeling and know what it's like to receive trophies, that they want more and more now going forward?
Yeah, that doesn't make it easier, to be honest, but it gives you at least the proof that it's possible. So I'm how we all know, I'm specialist in becoming second. So that needs some mental strength to try it again and try it again and try it again. And if you then open kind of the box of the Pandora, then it's that helps massively. And I could see that that we won the Champions League last year made all the other things happen 100%, plus the season we played before. So like 97 points, and then winning the Champions League is really a special year. And I know that maybe people will struggle with that, or people told me that the reaction of the boys were exceptional. I think that yes, the reaction was really good, but I think the reaction was like it should be as well. When you are that close, then you just have to invest more, and then you can get over the line, and that's exactly what happened. And so we will stay greedy. We have to, and we will. And but if that then leads automatically to more trophies, I don't know, because other teams have other reasons to make the next step. And how we saw again on Wednesday night, the distance between us and Chelsea is not 30 odd points. That night it was 2 goals and a tricky moment when Pulisic missed the target and stuff like this. So that's how football is. But we will not change our attitude. We try to improve. We try to improve the attitude. We try to improve everything. So is it possible to do it for a longer period? Yes. I would say there's no reason. There's absolutely no reason for it. If you really make a cut, so when the season is finished on Sunday, enjoy it, be happy 100%, and then mid-August we start training again. And from that moment on, we will try it again with all we have, and nothing will hold us back. And it's just a really nice story which the boys wrote over the years. But it's not finished yet, and we decide when it is finished. And I want to see us just fighting for the next whatever trophy is out there, and fighting on the pitch, really enjoying the hard work and all that stuff. And as long as we do that, we have a good chance. And because the first thing you have to do, like always, You have to be a team nobody wants to play against. And I think we are a little bit like this, but we can be even more uncomfortable, and that's what we have to try.
And Jurgen, it has been an amazing season, and we've reached the last game of it now. And this might be a difficult question, but is there one special moment from the season, maybe a goal or a certain game that stands out for you that you'll take forever?
There are too many moments to mention one, but when I look back, I had two games there. Maybe I'm not sure if they're that famous because it was not against United, it was not against City, it was not against Chelsea, not against Arsenal, whatever. My two favorite games of the season is the Leicester away game and the Sheffield United home game, to be honest, because they were just absolutely exceptional. Leicester for different reasons, because coming back from Qatar and nobody knew exactly how it would feel, and then playing this game. I didn't expect that night and was completely over the moon about the performance. Was absolutely outstanding. And then the Sheffield United home game, because I respect a lot what Chris Wilder is doing at Sheffield. Yeah? And I was so uncomfortable to play, really uncomfortable to play. And then I'm not sure, but I saw not all games of Sheffield United, obviously. But I think if you would ask Chris Wilder, he would say that was the night when he thought, obviously, there's quite a gap. So, and they made life uncomfortable for us. There are a lot of teams, because the way they play, the way they are set up, is really not easy to find a way. And that night we were near to perfection. And I liked that game really a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you, Carl Markham. And that's going to be the last one in the open. And so we'll go to the embargo section unless people indicate otherwise. Carl Markham.
Hi, Jurgen. There's been quite a bit made of Frank Lampard's use of the word arrogant in his little touchline row on Wednesday. I'm just wondering, do you think that winners are automatically perceived as arrogant because of that success?
Look, you cannot hit me with something like that, and my bench not with something, because we are not arrogant. So Frank was obviously in a really competitive mood. I respect that a lot, and I know you can pretty much, from my point of view, say in a situation like this what you want. For me, it's after the game, it's completely over. I said a lot in the past, and because it's pure emotion, we are really involved. He came here to win the game or to get a point, to make Champions League qualification happen finally. And so I respect that a lot. But what he has to learn is to finish it with the last whistle, with the final whistle, and he didn't do that. Speaking afterwards about it like this and stuff like this, that's not okay. And that Frank has to learn. He has a lot of time to learn. He's a young coach, but that he has what he has to learn. Because we always said, during the game, the words he used, no problem at all. But final whistle, and as a real sports person, because all the things he said, but you cannot, how I said, we are not arrogant. We are pretty much the opposite of. But in a moment like this, how it is in all arguments, if you say something, you want to hurt the other person. That's how it is in arguments. Huh? So, but no problem with that. But final whistle, finish the book or close the book in this moment. And he didn't do that, and that is what I don't like, honestly.
Was there a moment in your career when you...
By the way, the only reason why I speak now about it, otherwise, from my point, would have been absolutely no word about it. But because he spoke afterwards, I think it makes sense to explain what I mean.
I just sorry to interrupt you, but was there a moment early in your career when you had that moment where you realised you had to leave it at the final whistle and not say anything afterwards?
I don't remember it, but probably yes. I really don't know it anymore. But how I said, I respect all the other coaches. And when you have a little look at yourself and you know how outraged you can be in different situations, because we all have our subjective view, personal view on the situation, foul, no foul, handball, no handball, stuff like this. And you feel that it's not fair or whatever. And you cannot then wait until after the game and say, oh my God, it was not that nice today or whatever. That happens. But probably I had it, but I don't remember it. But during the game, for sure. After the game, I don't remember.